We started with this island because there are about 23,000 malnourished children on this island.
Every child is malnourished to some degree because their general diet is not full of a lot of fruit, it's not full of a lot of vegetable, it's not full of a lot of fresh meat.
30% of the children here have a severe protein deficiency, which helps develop their heart, their vital organs, their brain, and of course their physical structure of their body.
There's also statistics and facts and figures, especially in the early years of life. If you don't get the right nutrition in the right quantities at the right times, there's simply certain things chemically in the brain that have been proven they don't develop and they will not develop later in life.
The project that we're implementing now is the Comprehensive Supplementary Feeding Program.
We started back in 2009 with about 50 feeding sites and gradually began to expand it.
Now we are giving 164 feeding centers in the whole province of Marinduque.
We take that food and we leverage it to support sustainable activity. Instead of the idea that we need to support people with food aid forever, you have this idea of it starts with food aid, but it ends with an independent living style.
You know, we do it for 3 years. The stage 1 is the awakening stage, and then the second phase is the empowering stage, and then the phase out stage, the restructuring stage, the 3rd year. So until finally we leave the area and they become self-reliant communities.
Our goal for this 3-year project is to have zero malnutrition. We hope that after 3 years of implementation, these children who are underweight will be eradicated.
So the first phase now is increasing those feeding programs that create that reliable, sustainable base for the other things to happen.
Poverty will be a vicious cycle for these children, for these families, if malnutrition will just be ignored, if this will not be addressed.
So getting kids in particular, as young as you can, eating nutritious and healthy food on a more regular, hopefully a consistent basis, that dramatically changes their educational years, their ability to learn, retain information, understand things.
We always say that education is the key for development.
And if it is ignored, it has series of effects. Feeding is just one part of it. If you will ignore teaching or educating the parents, it will slide back to malnutrition again.
One thing that we've noticed is malnourished parents produce malnourished children.
That's why we address also the lactating mothers, because these lactating mothers are the ones giving birth to malnourished children because they lack nutrition. If we call it comprehensive because it's not just the preschoolers, the school children, lactating mothers, TB patients, senior citizens. You feed anyone, no difference in religious denomination, no. This is for everyone, for everybody.
So this is just a point of entry. The supplementary feeding program is a point of entry to the families.
We really want to concentrate food aid to be a stabilizing platform so that the holistic, the sustainable activities have a more firm foundation.
Holistic or integral evangelization. Even care for the environment is being taught to the people. Organic farming,
sanitation, hygiene. We began to teach how to use the natural herbs that we now have available. An NGO can't solve the problem by themselves. A church can't solve the problem by themselves. The government can't solve the problem by itself.
It is going to require everybody working together.
The right hand didn't know what the left hand was doing. You brought them together with this program. And therefore there is one concerted effort in order to eliminate the problem of malnutrition.
When I found out that there are children who needs help and who should be fed with nutritious food, I responded to that reality. And it is from that compassion that I felt for them. Because just by seeing the pictures of these hungry children, your heart will melt. You will really be invited to help. Without that compassion, we just feed hungry children and let's draw a plan and get the statistics. But without that deep concern and deep love, I don't think that it will be very, very successful.